beautiful people. Welcome back. I'm Mina. We're doing another nighttime pouring episode. Today I got in the mail one of my favorite colors that I've actually been out of for a while, Amsterdam Blue Violet Permanent. And last week somebody had asked us what the significance of the word permanent was. HOA, do you remember what the answer was that you looked up?
It means light fastness.
Mm-hmm.
And that means its ability to resist fading because of UV light.
There we go. Very good. Okay. So those of you who have wondered what the word permanent means on your paints, that's what it means. It means it has an ability to resist fading from UV light. So that's pretty cool, I thought. Anyway, so this is the Permanent Blue Violet from Amsterdam, and I really love this color, and I wanted to use it. So we're going to continue with our Exploring Negative Space Pours. This is an 18 by 24 inch gallery wrapped canvas from Artist Loft. I have taped the back and put the push pins in, and I have painted around the sides and edges with the Permanent Blue Violet, just straight, not mixed up with anything else. I just got a bunch of paint on my glove. Okay, so tonight we are using Mix Pour again. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. Thank you, Krista. If you want to get your own Mix Pour, you can email her at krista8974@gmail.com. The mix will be available internationally at the end of August. So very exciting stuff right there. All right, let me show you the colors real quick and we'll get started. The first one is that Permanent Blue Violet. Beautiful, not super thick tonight. A little mound on a mound before it melts into itself. Okay, and the next one we're using is Amsterdam Brilliant Blue, which is beautiful. Just such a very pretty color, and it's so pretty with something that it contrasts with highly. So I really like this one. That's the Brilliant Blue from Amsterdam. Then we are using this one, which is Ultramarine Violet, also from Amsterdam. Not one of my favorite colors, but I think it's going to do beautiful things with the rest of this palette. This one is Golden's Prussian Blue, my Prussian obsession. Prussian passion, is that what you called it the other day?
Yep.
Okay, so that's our Prussian Blue. I also have here Amsterdam Permanent Red Violet, which is a very pretty color. It's kind of like a dark magenta, but it dries really beautifully, especially with the Permanent Blue Violet and with the Prussian Blue. And then last but not least, I have Amsterdam Titanium White mixed with a little bit of our Satin Enamels from DecoArt Americana Decorum. Satin Enamels in pure white. Okay, and then I also have here another cup of the Permanent Blue Violet, but this one is mixed much thinner. Everything is mixed with Mix Pour tonight and the paint, and this is the only one who actually got any water. So this is much thinner consistency. You see it's not leaving any mound. It's just sinking right into itself, and that's good. So we painted our edges. Our base coat color is thin. Let's go ahead and layer a cup. So let's see. I don't have a gold or a silver. Did you catch that, HOA?
Oh my God!
I know.
Who are you, and what have you done with my love?
I'm kind of tripping a little bit here. Okay, so in our last pour, Galaxy Within, we did a beautiful ring pour with the nickel lazo gold and the fire opal and all these gorgeous colors. In the center I had put a lot of gold, and then I had put the Naples Yellow Light and then the Naples Yellow Deep, and it just all sort of blended into this beigey sort of color, which I didn't really like. So I want to be really cognizant of that and really careful not to put a lot of white. So I'm not even going to pour it. I'm just going to drizzle some on the stick into that cup. I don't want a lot of white in the center, but I do want some white. White is very important, especially when you're using darker colors, to make sure that you get that contrast and that pop. Okay, so we're going to put some Permanent Violet Dark in there. And then we're going to come in with our Brilliant Blue. And then I'm going to put some of the Prussian Blue in there. And then we're going to put a little bit of white. a little bit. And some of that Ultramarine Violet. And then I'm going to come in with the permanent Red Violet. And some more white. And I'm going to do that again. For an 18 by 24, we need about 15 ounces of paint. This is a 16 ounce cup. We're good. Paint blue again. Prussian blue. Ultramarine violet. A bit of white. So that one kind of looks a little like it could go muddy, which is why I've put something really contrasting, that Prussian blue on one side and the white on the other side. I don't want to give it a chance to get muddy. I want to use very powerful colors on either side of it. Okay, I'm going to put another layer of the permanent blue violet on top. Okay, so our cup is ready to go. That's a pretty cup. Take that off. Okay, I just changed my table again tonight. Let's keep it pretty. Let's put our base coat down. Okay. I'm going to put a very thin amount on this side. Just a little bit that side. I'm not worried about this side. I want to make sure I get covered. I'm going to take it here. I'm not trying to put a lot of paint on there. I just want to make sure that it is one part. Should have mixed up a little more paint, but that's okay, because what we can do here is we can take some of our thicker blue violet and put it in the cup and just add some water to it. Or I could scrape what's on my table into my cup also, which I might do as well. I think this should probably be enough. So that seems like it's nice and stretched out now. That's good. I'm not going to worry about that edge there at the bottom, because that slight color difference will change and fade and just be regular permanent blue violet. Okay, like we did in the other negative space pours, I really like that white sort of halo, and we get that from putting a little bit of white as the last color in the cup. So as that comes out, that forms sort of a halo around everything else. Are you ready, husband of awesomeness?
Eyelash, Semper Paratus.
Here we go. Just a little tiny bit of white, see? Not a lot, which is just perfect. A little squiggly there, but that's fixable. I can find my stick. Okay. All right, let's torch this real quick. Okay. Seems like a lot of our white ended up over here. So, guess what we're gonna take off first?
The white.
Okay. We're gonna just kind of walk this down and stretch it out. And I am okay with leaving negative space on this one. I don't mind if you leave a little bit of the white on there, but I don't want to leave a lot. And take this back to the center. And then we're going to go off that other edge. Center again. I think I want to take some of that white off to the bottom again. I'm not real happy with that blob there. Let's take that right off the corner. Take it back one more time. I'm not really happy with that center. So I think I'm going to take a small clean cup that doesn't have dregs in it and muddy paint. So one thing I want you guys to be aware of is when you have a full like 16-ounce cup and you have paint in it up to there and you're pouring it, every time you move your hand and you're doing one of those rings, you're actually mixing the paint a little bit. So by the time you get to the bottom of the cup, that's kind of churned up and it's not real crisp, defined colors. You can see it's a little muddier right there. So we're going to just take a little bit of our Prussian Blue. And you can see I'm not using a lot of paint. And a little bit of the permanent red violet. And then some of the blue violet. And some of the brilliant blue. And I'm going to skip the white in this step. So that's what? Maybe an ounce of paint. Okay, so we're going to pour this right in the center. Are you ready, HOA?
I'm
There you go. Blue. That's pretty. All right. Let's torch this one more time. Give that center a second to develop. I think we're going to go off this edge too. because I'm not sure that I love that the way that it's looking right now. Yes, you think HOA? Take off the negative space or leave it on there?
I kind of like the negative space.
On both sides?
Yeah, it's a nice balance. And you have a lot of really crisp rings.
Okay. We'll leave it on there then. What about the center? Should I move the center back down to where it was, kind of?
Would a marble do something cool in the center?
No. I think I want to open this up more and maybe lose some of that bottom part. Shape of that middle part all of a sudden. Or you could just tilt all of that off and really open up that top part.
I think that's a better idea.
Actually, there's something that I kind of wanted to try. I was thinking about it the other day after we did that one with I ended up the galaxy within where I ended up pouring a cup inside of a cup inside of a cup. I kind of like that very defined look. So we're going to use the same little cup we were using. This time I'm going to put up more white in there and some of the brilliant blue. And some of the blue violet. I'll pour again in the middle of that. Are you ready, HOA?
Yeah.
I might do one more as well. Yeah, because I'm going to pour another one, I'm not going to stress about the center. Okay, that's kind of cool. Now we're going to do one more layer. I'm going to put some blue violet in. And then some of the red violet. A little bit of white. And some blue violet. Or sorry, the brilliant blue. Okay, whenever you know. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Expertly done.
I don't know about that, but I actually like that a lot. I think that's really, really pretty. Okay, let's tilt this up. Looks like an egg. Get rid of some of that muddy stuff on the bottom. I'm just going to take that out of the egg. Let's open this up. I kind of like it now. What do you think, HOA?
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Better. Better?
Yeah.
I didn't have any actual, like, clearly defined idea of exactly what I wanted to have happen, so I was kind of playing with stuff. I do like it, though. I love these lines in here. Are amazing. Super, super fine. And I like this part a lot better. I like the contrast in there now. I like that dark permanent violet. I love that we kept a little bit on the edges. And I love these lines. There's like so many super fine lines in there. Kind of galactic, sort of stretched out. I do like this part though. There's Chris to say, I'm not mad at it. Let's start this one more time. Check my corners and edges. Touch up that little corner right there where I touched it. Other than that, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, so this is awesome. We will see how it dries, and I will show you how it dries when it's dry. Okay. HOA, did you get some groovy close-ups?
I did.
Awesome, awesome. Okay, we'll see you guys when it's dry. We'll be right back. Okay, so this is a couple of days later now, and it is totally dry. This one is really cool. Some of these lines on here are just amazing. Oops, there we go. The detail. Super, super crisp lines. Even after all that stretching, like this part in here is just gorgeous. Really, really beautiful lines. Nice center. More really pretty lines up in here. The base coat is nice and dark. Focus. That's that permanent blue violet on the base. And it had permanent blue violet in the pour. And the brilliant blue. And the permanent red violet. And some of our Prussian blue. We can see the Prussian blue over here on the side. I don't think we used any in the center in that cup, the last part we poured again, so, but there is a little bit in there in the edges on the side. That really pretty Prussian blue. I love the permanent blue violet. It's such a pretty color. And we talked about permanent and the light fastness. Well, this one turned out really neat. It's sort of like a swoosh or a swoop. Yeah, and I think the lesson for this one is don't be afraid to repour. You know, I didn't like what was happening in the center, so I repoured it, and I still didn't like it, so I repoured a little bit more. You don't need a lot when you're doing that. You know, an ounce or two is usually sufficient and gives you beautiful results. So this is part of our Exploring Negative Space series, and I hope you guys have enjoyed them. I have. I've learned a lot through trial and error. Those pretty edges. The sides are beautiful and completely covered. Since we painted them beforehand, they look great. So this was cool. I hope you guys have been enjoying these. So I am back home from Texas now. I got home Sunday night, and it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys all so much for being there during our lives, our Texas sip and pour. That was awesome. We say lots of prayers for everybody in the path of Hurricane Henri. Stay safe, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Hope everybody's okay. And, you know, get to painting. Try stuff out. Have fun. That's how you learn so much. Set goals for yourselves, you know, and ask for help if you need it. So, thank you all for being here. I think right after this is a special pour that Lee and Jeremy did with Sarah Mack. So I will see you at their premiere. Thank you so much for being here with us, and thank you all for your support and your encouragements and your love and just your kind words. It means so much to us all. I'll see you guys real soon. Have a great week. Bye-bye.